Hey guys, what's up? It's Jules here in the aftermath of our Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for WhatCulture, and I've just got to say, a lot of stuff went down, so let's talk about it. First up, the Women's Elimination Chamber match was a bit of a surprise actually, because we didn't expect to see it opening the show, what with it being such a historic event, but my God did it deliver. We had moments that were in there that were just so powerful, and it really got the crowd excited, got us very excited, and plus the delivery on the Sasha Banks and Bayley feud that's coming up there, with Sasha possibly going full heel, is lovely to see, because let's face it, the NXT run of those two going at it is probably some of the best TV you could see at the time. Alexa Bliss retained the championship, and she was absolutely fantastic doing so, basically doing this comical cat and mouse thing with them, basically being the heel in all the possible ways, shutting herself back in the pod. It was just lovely to see. I mean, there were a few weak moments. I think that Mickie James's senton to was a bit rubbish, but at the end of the day, there's going to be some weak notes in an otherwise strong match. And honestly, every single woman performed to their absolute best. And I would say that's actually a pretty good match. A strong opening to the show, got the crowd pumped, and us very, very excited. And also saw me lose my belt to Adam Wilborn. Brilliant. So, on to the next match. We were talking about The Bar. They've defended their... It was The Bar, wasn't it, Phil? It was The Bar defending... The Bar for defending their Raw Tag Team titles against Titus Worldwide. I can't do it. Wilborn's got the copyright on that, pretty much. It was an okay match. I mean, The Bar retained their championships. I don't think that anyone really thought that they were going to lose to Titus Worldwide, but what was really impressive was seeing Apollo Crews. Now, this man I feel is very underrated in the card. Like, his athleticism is phenomenal. Like, his stamina is great. His body work is amazing. So to see him be able to bust out a lot of high-flying moves is perfect. He came out of this looking much stronger than any sort of partnership with Titus has done for him so far. Dana Brooke was weird. I don't understand what she was wearing. I know that you shouldn't judge a person on what they're wearing alone, but when that's pretty much her entire role, it was very strange. I mean, she was writing stuff down and then she was slamming her notebook down. I didn't really get it, but I don't really get what she does in the first place. Just fire her. She's dead air. Anyway, it was an okay match. Cesaro and Sheamus felt a bit stock, maybe. They hit all of their favourite moves, you know, the tag that no one saw, the white noise into the European uppercut sort of thing. It's fine. It was a standard match. Can't really say that it set the crowd on fire. However, The Bar is great, and it helped me and Phil get ahead in the competitions for the pay-per-view, so that was always good. Nia Jax versus Asuka. Is it any surprise that Asuka won? No. But is it a surprise to say that Nia Jax put on her best match that she's ever done in the WWE? Yes. Because even though she came out of this with a weak finish, I didn't expect it to be done on a roll-up. It really was a fun match to see Nia be able to just dominate for a while. She's been kind of misbooked for quite a long period within the WWE. She's been given a lot of squash matches which protect her, but almost to the point where you feel that she's being mollycoddled to make up for the lack of stamina, make up for the lack of strength in certain moves and the lack of agility. Here I felt that she didn't really take Asuka to her limits, but she definitely pushed her in the right direction. Made Asuka look strong, made herself look strong. I would say that it kind of continues down the road of Asuka being champion, eventually keeping the streak going, but it was entertaining for what it was. Wouldn't say it was the best match, but it definitely sort of like held my attention. Then it was what could only be described as the piss break match. It was really, Phil, wasn't it? I mean, it was Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. I don't know what they're doing with this. I don't know where they're going with it. I don't really understand the point of the storyline, the fact that it's just two men laughing at each other. A perfect example of how this match didn't work for us was when Bray's music hit, lights went down, lights came up, he was in the ring, but Matt was gone. Now that was a twist on the usual thing of spooky dude, Bray Wyatt appearing and then just being like, I'm gonna get you in my swampy bio crack. But no one was there. Now the payoff for that should have been, well, where the hell has Matt gone? Is he going to attack him from behind? Is there even going to be a match altogether? I mean, that would have been a lovely twist, but no. He looked under the ring, saw the little mini bar of snacks that obviously sustained Shawn Michaels when he hid down there, way back way, and then Matt just attacked him from behind. So he's probably just literally hiding under the Spanish announce table. that just shows what the match was about. A lot of build-up to no payoff whatsoever. Matt won. We all thought that Bray was going to kick out because we just thought that it was such a lackluster finish that we were just like, oh, it's going to carry on. It didn't. I love woken Matt Hardy, but this just felt really goddamn mechanical. That's the word for it. It felt really by the numbers, and it sucks to see Bray Wyatt just being like treading water. So I'd say that's probably the weakest match of the night. However, we then go on to the main event, the elimination. No, we don't. We go on to the signing. We go on to this. I completely.
Signing.
Right, the signing was something that we were all dreading because we were like, okay, what sort of shenanigans are they going to pull here? Like, is Paul Heyman going to come out and say that he's going to manage her? Is Brock Lesnar going to come out and say, like, we're of the same ilk? I mean, is Hurricane Helms going to come back and just slip on some pancakes? We didn't know. But what we didn't expect was Kurt Angle finding his balls. Good on you, Kurt. For about the last month, you've looked like somebody who's forgotten where they parked their car. Not only have you found the keys, you've started revving the ignition a lot more now, because you actually really came across as being like, you know what? Don't sign with Raw, because Steph and Trips, they're snakes. Don't trust him. You get him on his belly or his back, and he said something about his yellow belly or something like that. It was a bit weird, but still, that was a really high point. I know that we should be talking about the fact that Ronda Rousey is now officially signed with the WWE and blah, 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 but still, it was nice to see that he was the catalyst, which means that further down the line, we could have Triple H and Steph versus Kurt and Ronda. Now, Ronda, not great on the mic, not gonna lie. She definitely has some work, but that's fine because she's green as grass, so got to cut her some slack at the end of the day. However, what I did enjoy was her squaring up to Steph. You know from watching my insane things that happen in wrestling each week that I've got a more than a piss-full sack of vinegar for this woman, but seeing her get a bit more comeuppance of the threat of Ronda's gonna beat the ever-loving out of you, and the fact that she squared up to Trips, and the fact that she put him through a table, yeah, that was pretty nice. I enjoyed that a lot. So welcome to the team, Ronda. We hope you do well. And the fact that she said that she wasn't after a championship bodes really well. Throwing her into a championship run or the championship scene at this point would not be wise. The fans are a bit middling on her, so this is a great way to show her that she's committed to the cause, not just a part-timer who's going to come pick up a belt and off Brock Lesnar. So that's my opinion on that. It was a pretty good. Anyway, on to the main event. We had the 7-man Elimination Chamber. Best match of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Easily.
I think the women's match.
I know the women's match was very, very good, but in terms of the spots, they were so much better for the men's because Braun Strowman ruled the roost. Let's face it, like, even though Roman Reigns won, and yes, we all knew as soon as his number was called that Adam Cleary was going to win the title off of me because, you know, number 4, lucky spot, but whatever. I mean, watch the live stream if you don't know what we're talking about with the championship that we hold. But it was interesting nonetheless, even though the outcome was predictable, to see every single superstar hit their spots. So The Miz, I would say, was probably the weakest out of the lot. He managed to get his offense in early and then was pretty much out there. I mean, he's the Intercontinental Champion, so he doesn't really need to do that much to be credible with the fans. Elias did pretty well. Did go out very quickly afterwards, but like having the whole sort of heel pod thing, and like, you know, coming out and trying to pin everyone. He was the comedy character, and as a comedy heel, he worked really, really well for that. John Cena, we'll talk about him in a minute because there's something that happened after the show which I want to draw attention to. He was okay. He was my number. I was disappointed to draw him. Seth Rollins, great attitude for that. I feel like he did his Iron Man stint again where he just basically took a load of punishments, kept on dishing it out, had some few really nice interactions with Balor, with Reigns, with Strowman. Didn't make it in the end, but he definitely reminded people that he is a main star player, so that's great news. Balor, interesting to see how the WWE are booking him still. A little bit like they want to accept that the fans are in love with him, but are really resilient for it. I don't know why they're still saying like, oh, you're great, yeah, you're really, really cool, and the fans are really like behind you, but they won't give him a pin. They didn't let him pin anyone here. Like, I don't really know how that makes him seem strong, but still, his athleticism unquestionably was fantastic. Then we had Braun, who managed to eliminate 3 or 4 people. It was very impressive. He was an opportunist. He basically waited for people to be down, picked him up, power slam, got Finn Balor, bam, down, Seth, bam, down, Cena, bam, down. Like, literally, he was the best thing about this because he's always entertaining. He's a man that is huge, but has the stamina of a much, much more agile man. Big props to him. And Roman, actually, can't fault him. He wrestled a very decent match. We knew he was going to WrestleMania. The only thing I'd say was really bad about this was probably the ending. Through the plexiglass, then back out, spear, 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 down. Oh, what a surprise. I mean, the biggest thing that I can say that was a criticism for this whole event is that no swerves happened at all. They were playing it very safe. They were setting up the matches that we all kind of knew through the rumor mill were going to happen. So, there we go. The final thing that I want to talk about, though, is John Cena's interview afterwards. Now, he was obviously very upset about losing after having pledged his soul, effectively, to say that he was going to make it to WrestleMania, and obviously didn't. And he started off very emotional, crying almost. He was very upset about this, and a lot of people instantly, when we were watching it, were just like, oh, is he going to retire? Is he going to just say that he's going to step away for a bit? No. He said that he was going to double down, try even harder, but maybe not use the WWE etiquette in order to do that. Now that is a very interesting prospect. A John Cena heel turn has been something that's been whispered on the lips of babies since 2008, which isn't a year, 2008, but still never materialized. If we are going to see a desperate John Cena do anything to win, who has been shown to be quite tired of the fans' reactions to him, having him as a heel could be utterly fantastic. But whether the WWE will deliver on that is anyone's guess. But that's what we thought about the Elimination Chamber 2018. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments section below. Then swing by WhatCulture.com for more news and articles like this every goddamn day. As always, I've been Jules, your former WhatCulture champion. But I'll get it back, and you've been awesome. Speak to you soon. Bye.
So, thanks for watching. Please feel free to click on any of these things around my head, or something terrible might happen to the dog. Too sweet me, bro. Traitor. Traitor.